Welcome to EasternChristianMedia.com. I'm Father Bryan Eyman, and I'm the pastor of Holy Transfiguration Byzantine Catholic Parish in Lake County, Ohio. And I want to welcome you to Joyful Light, which will be a series of programs that I'll be presenting here on this new broadband media website, EasternChristianMedia.com. So Christ is risen. Indeed, He is risen. Christos voskreσε, voiestinu voskreσε. Feltamat Christus, velaban feltamat. Christos aneste, alathosa anesti. Christos amviat adavarat amviat. Elmastikam hakkankam. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the myrrh-bearing women, bringing the resurrection message to the world. In the Byzantine Church, the third Paschal Sunday celebrates the myrrh-bearing women. In Mark chapter 16, verses 1 through 8, we see the women coming to the tomb of Jesus. They were worried about who was going to roll away the stone for them. They knew that the Roman soldiers would be guarding the tomb, but they expected no help from them. Imagine their surprise when they came upon the tomb and found it open. And not only open, but finding not the body of the dead Jesus, but a young man, an angel, in a long white robe telling them, "He is risen." The angel told the women to tell the apostles and disciples that Jesus was going ahead of them to Galilee, and there you will see him as he said to you. At first, the women were too frightened to say anything to anyone. The soldiers had witnessed the resurrection, but they fled in fear. They told their story to the high priest, who promised to cover up for them if they agreed to lie and say that Jesus' disciples had stolen the body. Money silenced the eyewitnesses, but instead the women were chosen. Although they could not legally be accepted as witnesses, they were chosen to proclaim that the Lord had arisen, that He was alive. The apostles and disciples couldn't believe it. Jesus is alive. He is risen from the dead. Peter and John went to see for themselves, but Jesus they did not see. Imagine the frustration of the myrrh-bearing women. They had seen the Lord, but they were not believed. They had followed Jesus from Galilee for 3 years. They had served Him and the apostles. They had followed Him to the cross, while the others had fled, but they still were not believed. But God would not leave the myrrh-bearers in the lurch. Jesus appeared to them, and then He appeared to the apostles and the disciples. He had made Mary Magdalene and the other women the apostles to the apostles. He ratified their faithfulness when He appeared on that Sunday evening, that great Pascha, and later to Thomas, and then in Galilee. We Byzantine Christians are the ultimate resurrection people. We are called to share the full truth that our Lord Jesus Christ is alive, risen from the dead. He has trampled death and bestowed life. Like the myrrh-bearers, we may not be believed, but like them, we are called to faithfully proclaim this message of the resurrection. If you wish to know more about the myrrh-bearing women, or experience more fully the resurrection of Jesus Christ, visit your local Byzantine Catholic or Orthodox Christian church. There you will find worship and a community centered on the proclamation of the resurrection of Christ. Christ is risen, indeed He is risen. Christos voskreσε, voiestinu voskreσε. Feltamat Christus, velaban feltamat. Elmastikam hakkankam. Christos anesti, alathosa anesti. Christos amviat adavarat amviat. May God bless you and your whole family.